we have provided a lot of love, not only love from our hearts, but in representation in every region in the United States. The NORML Women's Alliance was started as a special project of the foundation, but due to our overwhelming success, we have started our own NORML Women's Alliance Foundation, working in conjunction, and amplifying the magic that NORML already exemplifies throughout over 40 years of activism. So I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud to be on such a wonderful team with so many different women from different backgrounds. And you know, I'm the token Asian. We have, you know, a lot of people here, got some white people.
Token black.
Token black. So we're a one world tribe here, and you know, when we go out into the world and do our work, we want people to see people that they can connect with, and also understand that we are an alliance. And we amplify the work that people are doing. For example, when Amendment 64 was gaining steam, we do phone banks. We're not partial to only NORML. We want people to understand that we're an alliance, we're all in this together, we're all American humans here, and we're trying to save our planet. Yeah. So, you know, we forget about the alliance for a little bit. We have our primary focuses and our base in our regions, but we're about everybody for everything, predominantly the right to put into your body, so long as you do no harm. It's nobody else's business if you do. So.
Word.
I'm just here because I'm Madeline Martinez and I'm inspired by these lovely women, and of course I started with NORML, and as Diane put it so nicely, they've inspired a whole country and the world to change prohibition, to end it. But I wrote years ago, to stand in the face of injustice and be silent is to be a co-conspirator. I won't be silent, and neither will the NORML Women's Alliance. We are mothers and sisters and daughters and aunts and grandmothers, and we won't be silent. We will continue to do this work. We will continue. One of the first projects that the NORML Women's Alliance is really interested in getting involved and getting the ball rolling on, which Marsha Rosenbaum had already started from Drug Policy Alliance, is to change and replace the misguided DARE program in our public schools, and to replace it with something more sensible that we can, so that we can speak the truth about marijuana. And where do we start? We must start with our children. And if those children are inspired to learn the truth, it will change prohibition forever. But more importantly, as a Latina, I'm often asked by other Latinas or Latinos why I don't work in other areas of politics and activism for my people, and I quickly remind them of the disproportionate amount of Latinos incarcerated for marijuana, for drug offenses. In 2011, 2 to 3 times as many Latino males were incarcerated as their counterparts, and females at 1 to 3 times the rate of white females. And for me and my people, this is destroying our culture and our people, taking scholarships from young Latinos that could thrive every day. And I always want to remind people that 55,000 Latinos become voters a month. That's a lot of votes, and we need every single one of those constituents to join our ranks and to get out there and change history. Si se puede.
Si se puede.
I'm Greta Gaines. I'm a Southern rock singer and artist from Nashville, Tennessee, and have been involved in a few years both on the board level and now with the NORML Women's Alliance. And I'm really excited to be a part of this alliance and to open this opportunity. People always say, well, how can I get involved? Like, what can I give? And my answer is, whatever you have to give, we will take and can make something of that. So if you're a painter, if you're a singer, if you know a famous person who might want to join us in getting the word out, we want to put the fun in fundraising. We want to have great events that make people feel awesome, like this Wake and Bake, which was amazing,
yes.
I have to say.
Good job.
Yeah. So along with all the education and the hard work, we do need to keep the momentum going on a fundraising level. And so think about either yourselves or someone else and get in contact with us. And so you join us when you read the mission statement, right?
Give us your email address.
And give us your email address. It's official. So from there, think about what else you might want to bring to the table. And it's the beginning of a beautiful dream that we've all been working towards. I feel so blessed to have our mentor Keith and all of NORML with all this beautiful, they've paved the way for us to now pick up the torch and sort of focus on women, mothers, children, and grandmothers, the last frontier, because they have even less to lose, and they can get even more vested. So go to your moms, go to your daughters, and go to your friends. Kendra Miller.
Hi, Hi, my name is Kendra. I'm an attorney in California. I got involved with the NORML Women's Alliance about 2 years ago. Sabrina was the first person that I spoke to when I called, and it's changed my life. The women that I've met, the work that I do, I was originally an entertainment attorney and now almost full-time cannabis counsel. I love the people that I meet, but most importantly, I love the fact that I finally found my passion, where I can go out and educate people and be the civil rights lawyer that I actually wanted to be when I started law school. That being said, we are going to have some projects. I'll be contacting you over the next year to support us, because there's a couple of things that we're going to be doing, as well as education outreach. We're looking to form a legal defense fund. And what we want to do is take the money that we raise and pay attorneys to be able to take cases that are important to us in our community and our constituents. And if we can't pay an attorney to take the case, then we want to be able to put experts in the courtroom and fight that way. We have boots on the ground. We've got community leaders all across the country and around the world. We've decided to, in our initial forming of our business, to have more of a virtual office so we can save a lot of money so that we can use it to impact society through legal cases and case law. So think about us when you're thinking about donating. Thank you so much for coming here this morning. This means the world to us. You inspire us, and I appreciate it.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Sabrina Fendrick. I work at the National NORML office in DC, and I helped start the NORML Women's Alliance program for the NORML Foundation a little over 3 years ago. And I mean, first I'd like to say, thank you to all of these ladies for all of the work you guys have done. We couldn't have got here today without you. Thank you to Keith. I feel blessed to be able to work every day next to you and talk and see you. It's just so amazing to be in this room and see how far we've come. A couple of weeks from now will be my 5-year mark at NORML, which it's pretty amazing looking back on just to see how far we come. When I started, when I was first hired, Bush was still president, John Walters was still the drug czar, and I don't think any of us could have imagined being here today, right now, under these particular circumstances. We all dreamed of it, but it seemed a long way off. And to see this changeover and Obama coming in, and there's some growing pains with figuring out with the federal government and the medical marijuana, but we're getting there, and we're closer today than we ever have been before. And it's because of the work that a lot of you folks in the room have been doing for decades. We couldn't be here today without that. And so now we're ready to take that torch, like they said, and go into the communities and go educate people, because now we have public support on our side. We're more than 50%. And every poll is saying this now, pretty much. And even though women are lagging 10 points behind, 8 to 10, depending on the poll, now we are in a position with the NORML Women's Alliance and the new NORML Women's Alliance Foundation to really come together and organize and educate the women out there across the country. So one of the things that we also really want to do is start creating seminars and conferences where we can educate women who want to get involved, and also women who don't know about this issue, who've grown up on the propaganda and the fear-mongering of the drug war. They need to realize, too, how devastating this is, what an important issue this is. And, I grew up in Virginia. I have some of my fellow Northern Virginia NORML chapter members here, and this is just what an experience. This is seeing what we're fighting for in Virginia, and I can take this back, and I can tell people, even people that are afraid to come out, to tell their neighbors that this issue is important, to tell their friends. The paranoia is overwhelming, but this is a righteous issue. We are on the right side of history, and there is nothing to be ashamed of, and we should be strong and active about getting the word out, telling the people that we're most uncomfortable telling how to do that. And we're putting together a package, and there's going to be a newsletter with tips on how to subtly bring up the issue.
To your mother-in-law?
Hey, did you see the latest news article on the poll? What do you think about that? So there's just so many resources and things that we want to develop and put together so that we can utilize all of the energy and support and love that we're feeling in the room and around the country and the world right now. So thank you all so much for being here today. Give yourselves a round of applause for all of your support. Thank you. We couldn't do this without you guys.
And a special shout out to Jan Cole from the farm. So many beautiful auction items. And
you're
to
the
Trey
best.
from and to Cure Him.
And Laura for her volunteer there. Thank you, Laura.
And I would like to encourage all of you to come visit the world famous Cannabis Cafe. About 4 years ago, when Bush was still president, I ended up going out there and saying I've had it with meeting people in back, alleys and, the little Elmers or whatever I do. And we opened a place of our own called the world famous Cannabis Cafe in Portland, Oregon, which is now known as Potland, Oregon. So I encourage all of you to come visit us and see what real freedom's like.
Get nice and high today, high as you can at the Cannabis Cup. And we'll see you next time. Make sure we have your email address if you haven't already given it to us, okay? And thank you. Happy holidays.
Happy 420.